Welcome back to Celebrity Radio. It's Alex Belfield back in the presence of somebody I admire and adore. Linzi Hateley, how are you?
Hello, that's very nice. Thank you very much.
It's been a while since I last spoke to you. You did 2.5 years in Mamma Mia and you knocked it out the park with that. But I said in my review, I couldn't tell that you were a genius in that. I could tell you were very good. In this, we get to see the proper Linzi, the true star that you are. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I've wanted to play the part for quite a while and I didn't get the chance to do it before, but I'm absolutely thrilled to get the chance. It's very me, I think, and I'm loving it, really loving it.
We're here at Barnum, which is touring the UK for more than a year. It's the story of the greatest showman on earth. You're the lady who steals the hearts, and you do. You get some great numbers, and then there's an ensemble behind you, there's a circus show behind you, there's lighting behind you, and a beautiful set that really makes this a perfect production. Congratulations.
Thank you. I mean, I have to say, it is so collective. I mean, I think what's quite unusual about this, and right from the first day of rehearsals, was that there was a huge amount of respect for everybody because we all bring our own strengths to it. I mean, you know, what the ensemble are doing is unbelievable. I mean, we wouldn't look anywhere near as good if we hadn't got them around us. Working with Brian is just fantastic. You know, he's generous, he's warm, he's funny, and he is the ultimate showman, so he is perfect for this part. I'm thrilled for him that he's got the opportunity to do it because I can't think of anybody more suitable. And I get the chance to do all the stuff that I love doing and hopefully bring my strengths to it. So it really is, it's a great thing, yeah.
This truly is a West End standard production. I mean, the lighting in it is stunning, which, again, I know it sounds silly, but without that, you look rubbish. Without a great set, you look rubbish. And then we look at your performance. I mean, you are a Broadway leading lady. It's that good. And for us to get that in the regions is exceptional. Thank you for coming, firstly.
Oh, thank you. I mean, that's very, very high praise. Thank you. I have to say it was a big deal to do because I'm a mum, and to sort of be away from my daughter and to tour, which is the first time I've ever done it, was a really big decision to make. And I'm just thrilled that having opened it here in Leicester and the response that it's getting, I think it's going to be worthwhile, and hopefully there is a bigger future.
I'm talking to you probably on the worst time ever, on opening week, on a Saturday in between two shows. How are you feeling? Are you okay, firstly?
I'm a little bit exhausted, I'm not going to lie. But I don't know. I mean, just the audience response is so incredible. And it's very contagious. And you know, it really is a delight to do. I mean, Leicester has been fantastic. It will be interesting to see from venue to venue how the audiences respond. But if they're anything like this, then I think it should be a good year.
There's a sort of Cirque du Soleil element to this, which I loved. If you've ever seen the Vegas shows, they sort of have a pre-show which sets up what's going to happen. And there's the guys in the audience. So from the minute we're sort of on edge, and you need to be with this show because it is the story of a man who creates a circus but becomes the circus.
Well, to be perfectly honest, I think we're all on edge. You know, if anything is made look easy, it really isn't. It is blooming difficult. And there are things that every show go wrong. My juggling was hopeless this afternoon. But, you know, and I only do a little bit, but there are so many elements that are very, because it's live theatre and there will be things that go wrong, but that actually creates a very exciting atmosphere.
When you're in that moment where you've got the pin focus on you and it's all about you and you're able to shine, there's a few moments in this show where you're given beautiful songs, really proper, great big musical numbers. Is there any way of describing that feeling? I presume the tiredness leaves you immediately.
Does it leave me? I don't know. I've got, as I've got older, I've become more nervous about performing. So in a funny sort of way, the more the spotlight is on me, the more pressure I put upon myself. I can only say that I feel hugely supported by the people that are around me, and there is just a huge amount of respect for everybody. I think because, like I mentioned, because we're all here for our different skills, that there's just this massive amount of support and respect. So although I feel vulnerable at times, I think when it's my moments, I feel very, very lucky to have the team around me.
This show's got proper talent, isn't it? And you can't guarantee just because you buy a ticket, unfortunately, you're going to get an amazing show. You've got to pick wisely now.
And I think with this particularly, I mean, I'm sort of slightly bigging myself and Brian up here, but actually I think what seems to be being recognised is that actually this show is very much about, it's a love story, that ultimately there is a huge love story going on, and you really do need to get the chemistry right between the Barnum and the Chairy, and we get on great, and you know, we have a lot of love and respect for each other, and I think that seems to be just oozing across the audience, and it's lovely to get the response that we're getting.
And the moral to this story is, in show business, you will often be tempted with many people and many things, but don't end up with a clown. That's basically what we're saying.
Well, I mean, yeah, or if you're the clown, then make sure you've got a decent wife behind you who's going to sort of, keep you rooted when it all goes wrong.
When you go on tonight, you've done it once already today, how do you pull it out? Where will you get the energy from to do it again and make it look like it's the first time you've ever done it?
Well, that's what we're paid to do. It's whatever job you choose in life, you do. Well, I'd like to think that whatever I'd chosen to do, I would try and do the best to my ability. And seeing the kind of response that the audience gets, and because you're very, very exposed out there, you owe it to yourself to just give the best you can. The toughest I find it is when I'm not feeling 100%, and that's when I wish I got an office job when I've got a cold. That's when it's particularly tough. But I'm very lucky, and this one particularly is a pleasure to do. We
haven't had time to talk about your career. You've done everything, and so illustrious. I mean, you've had such a diverse career and such an amazing career. Do you realise how special you are and what you give to audiences? I mean, that talent is so beautiful. You can't be taught it.
Oh gosh, no, that's lovely. No, I mean, most important thing to me is being a mum. And my girl's arriving today, so I can't wait to see her. So that's really the most important thing.
And I guess that's the blessing of life, when you've got all that stuff behind the scenes, right? Doing stuff on stage really puts it in perspective.
Absolutely does. It kind of makes everything else worthwhile. And without that, I think it would be a different life for me altogether.
Linzi Hateley is certainly one of the biggest stars in the West End and in the world. You are so talented and so gifted. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.